Alright, this is part two, the final part. I'm only gonna talk for 30 minutes, guys. I'm tired. I made a back. I'm making these videos back to back, right? So today I have energy to make two videos back to back. Then I'll make another video early in the morning tonight. I'll make a video early in the morning tonight. Around maybe 12, I'll make another video. So nice to do two videos for you today, but this video will be a shorter video. It's only going to be like a 1 hour video because I'm tired. I didn't sleep yet because I couldn't sleep today, and I thought I wanted to expand more about this topic, talking about the salaries of my company, how much money I'm willing to pay the Hollywood actors. That's where all the Hollywood actors agents are going to be like, yo, whatever you do, try to get into the Sky Source movie, man. Ivan's company's blowing hard the water. They pay way more money, man. These agents want to make these agents know if these actors get a piece of the royalties, they're all signing massive deals. The A-listers, right? And then the agents are going to strike it rich, obviously. Right, strike it rich, yeah. The agents who represent the A actors are all going to be making the dough. They're all going to be making like on average what? They're all going to be making on average like they're all going to make like 700,000 plus. The agents who represent the A actors, 700,000 to even 10, 12 million bucks the agents are going to be making off the Hollywood actors, their earnings. Whereas the ones who represent the smaller ones, the biggest actors, are not making as much, obviously. They're going to make maybe. For Zayn's, they're going to make a lot because they're getting a piece of roles, but for the other movies, they're all going to make like 150,000, 180, 200,000, 250. That's still a pretty good paycheck for an agent. Hence why the agents are going to try and push for higher salaries for the biggest actors. I'm like, look, man, I'm not going to pay this biggest actor $6 million. He or she's not worth that. They're television stars. Nobody cares about them. Don't hate me. The truth is, no one really cares about the biggest actor, man. They don't build that much buzz. They have value, obviously. They did television. They don't hate me, guys. They have value. They did television. I'm saying they're amazing actors, obviously, but like no one really cares about the biggest actors. Hence why they're not worth that much money, man. I'm not going to pay you any more than four. Like on average, I'm gonna pay most biggest actors like probably like 2.5 million on average. I'll pay those guys. And the guy's pretty big, I can pay him three. Because Zayn's is a special story, I'm paying Avon George at the high and I'm paying him 4 or 3.5. Because Papari is a major character. And he has value. He did a hit show, Victorious. Hence why I'm paying him for. See, if you do a hit show that was really, really popular, that those biggest actors are the guys who are worth $3.54 million. If you did like one hit show, if you did like a couple television shows but they were not major hits, you pay those guys like 2.5, 2.8, 3 million, 3.3 around there, 3.1, 3.2. So I'm saying, yeah. Cage Apple did Riverdale. Riverdale was a hit show for season one, but it's not that popular anymore. Riverdale is a hit. It's a hit television show. So you pay Cage Apple like 3.3 for their unique. You pay him 3.3 for the Matrix 4. You know what I'm saying? But Cage Apple is not worth my royalties because he's a B-list actor. He's not an ace actor. He did a lot of independent movies. He did television. He's obviously a P. Don't hate me, guys. You're a B-list actor. You're not an ace actor. If you don't see the actor in big budget movies, that actor is not an ace actor. I don't mean to be rude. If you don't see these actors in big budget movies, that means they're not A-list actors. They're B-list actors. They're still big Hollywood actors, so they're television stars, but they're not big movie stars. They're not A-list actors. They're television stars. Television stars. There's exceptions where some A-list actors come and do television. Obviously, there's exceptions. Obviously, like Kevin Costner in Yellowstone, Harrison Ford. You have Henry Cavill, the Witch. There's some A-list actors who do television, obviously, but that's rare. Most A-list actors do big budget movies because no one wants to do television. Television, you have no life. You have no life. It's grueling scheduling. It's way more work than movies. You film for like 9 months a year, and then for shitty money, obviously. Unless you're an A-list actor. If you're an A-list actor doing television, the companies will pay you a lot of money for it. But even then, you have no life, man. You film for like 8, 7, 9 months a year, and you have like a month off. You got to film your next season. It's blood, sweat, and tears television. Whereas movies is not that bad. Movies you film for 2, 3 months, 4 months, depends on the movie. You're done the movie, you can take a couple weeks off, 2 months off, and you film your next movie. It's not that bad. You have more breathing room. Whereas television, you have no breathing room, you have no life. That's why every B-list actor's goal, I made a video about this 2 years ago, right? Remember the Hollywood actors? Yeah, every B-list actor's goal is to become an A-list actor, but I told you it's not easy to become an A-list actor. As the A-list actors dominate the market, the first reason is you don't have the best, you're not signed with the best agencies, or the best agents, right, to represent you. Don't hate me, you know what I'm saying? That's why you're landing television and minor roles in English movies. Don't hate me, you know what I'm saying? Or independent movies. Or the second reason is the A-list actors dominate the market. It's because the A-list actors dominate the market, there's very little room for the B-list actors. Hence why they're all doing television. I made a video about this. The reason why they're all doing television is because there's nowhere else for them to work. Because the A-list actors dominate the market, hence why they're all doing television. That's the only place where they can work, obviously. There's very little room for a B-list actor to land a big budget movie role because the A-list actors dominate that market. You're not signed with the best agents, and the A-list actors dominate the market. And the third reason, I don't mean to be rude, most B-list actors can't sell their movies, which is a big turnoff to the big Hollywood studios. Hence why they're not going to take some chance on some nobody B-list actor who can't sell his or her movies. They'll take a chance on a few people, obviously. If you're the lucky chosen, they can take a chance on you, obviously. In your movies they hit, and all of a sudden you're an A-list actor. But, like, if you can't sell your movies, the companies are going to reject you, man. Yes, A-list actors have a lot of flops too. Don't hate me, guys. The A-list actors have a lot of flops too, but at least they can deliver. They can make profits for the companies. They have hits and misses. A-list actors. Yeah, they have a few flops, but they can also sell the movies. They have a few big hits. Whereas the B-list actors, they get flop after flop after flop in movie. They can't sell their movies. They're not iconic. I'm not kidding around. I don't mean to be rude. The B-list actors are not iconic actors. They can't sell their movies. Well, I made a video about this 2 years ago. Remember that video? Yeah, they can't sell their movies. That's a lesser reason why they're not in A-list actors, obviously. But that's also a reason though. The B-list actors, most of their movies are flops. Their independent movies are all flops. They're not iconic. No one cares. When you see them in a film, nobody cares. They're iconic for television, but they're not iconic for film. Whereas an A-list actor, when you see him in the movie, more people care. He builds more buzz, hence they're able to make profits for their companies and sell their tickets, obviously. But A-list actors also have a lot of flops too. As the Hollywood industry is very competitive, you know what I'm saying? A-list actors also have quite a bit of flops too, obviously, in their careers. But they also have hits, or movies that make profits, you know what I'm saying? They can sell the movies. When you see someone like Keanu Reeves, Ben Affleck, that builds buzz. You see someone like Matt Damon, like, you know what I'm saying? Scarlett Johansson, that builds buzz. You see someone like Henry Cavill, that builds buzz because they're A-list actors, obviously. Yes, they could have flops too, but they can at least make profits for the companies, or they're very, very lucky and their movie's a massive hit, obviously. You see someone like Dwayne Johnson, Vin Diesel, those guys build buzz, and a lot of those guys' movies are hits, obviously. So I'm saying. You see someone like Liam Neeson, that builds buzz. I want to see that movie. So I'm saying, even though Liam Neeson's movies are not the biggest hits, a lot of his movies are profitable. They're not big hits, but they're profitable. They all at least make profit. That's what separates the A-listers from the B-list actors. They can make profits for the companies, or have a massive hit. Have the movie be a massive hit, and they make the company a lot of money. So I'm saying, whereas the B-list actors can't do that, obviously. They're good for television, obviously, because they're very skilled actors. That's why they're really good for television, obviously. But they're not as good for the big screen. As when you see a B-list actor, I don't mean to be rude, in a big budget movie, nobody cares, man. Chances are that movie will flop. Nobody cares. Yeah, I saw. Yeah, he's a guy from this CW show. I don't really care. I'm not gonna watch this movie. You know what I'm saying? No one cares. Hence why the B-list actors are not worth as much as the A-list actors. If a B-list actor wants $10 million, I'm not going to pay this B-list actor $10 million. He or she's ripped me off. I'm not paying you any more than 4. Even 4 is rare. Chances are I'm going to pay you 3, 2.8, 2.7, 2.5, $2.2 million. That's a good fucking paycheck. You don't make that in Hollywood. Most B-list actors make, like, I don't know, $700K for their television show, $1 million for their television show. And for independent movie, they make like $400K, $300K, $250K for their independent movie. I gave you a good fucking deal, Sarah. The B-list actors who have hits, who have hits in their careers, those are the ones who are worth their $4 million. So So someone like Zoe King, she's worth $4 million because she has 3 hits. She has her Kissing Booth franchise. Her Kissing Booth franchise was a hit, obviously. That's why Zoe King, if she asked for 4, I'd gladly pay her 4. Okay, I'll pay you 4. You did Kissing Booth. Kissing Booth was a hit on Netflix. One of the most viewed romance movies on Netflix. Obviously, you have Kissing Booth 2 and you have Kissing Booth 3. Samsara? Yeah. That's why Zoe King, if her agent wanted $4 million, okay, fine. I'd be willing to pay her $3.5 to $4 million if she were in my, let's say, my Great Escape story, because she has value. Obviously, she has hits. She has an independent movie hit. Kissing Booth was not a flop. Kissing Booth was a hit. Obviously, had three movies, and they were all hits. Very popular movies, obviously. Samsara. Whereas if you have someone who did a CW show who wasn't that popular, obviously, those biggest actors, you pay them like $2 to $3 million, 2.2, 2.3, 2.4, $3 million for those biggest actors, and you give them $250K merch, and that's it. You're not getting a piece of the royalties. Only the Zayas actors is the exception, whereby I'm giving everyone, even the biggest actors, the risers, a piece of the royalties. All my other movies, it doesn't work like that, man. I'm not going to do like that. You get your flat salary, $250K merch, and that's it, man. It's a good paycheck for a biggest actor. Most of them don't even make that in Hollywood. They make I'm saying they don't make that much money in Hollywood, Sarah. As television money, shit compared to movie money. Movie money, you make way more than television. The only ones who can make the dough in television are the A-list actors who do television. So if you're an A-list actor who's crazy enough to go into television, obviously, then you'll make the dough. The companies will pay you a lot of money. They will pay you like your $3+ million. They'll pay you 3, 4, 5 million a season, 10 million a season, even 16 million a season. They can pay you, but still not the same money you're making for film. Samsara. That's the only way you can. So if you're an A-list actor doing television, then you make the dough. Obviously, the companies will pay you a lot of money because you're an A-list actor. There's a reason why Kevin Costner and Henry Cavill were making a lot of money doing their shows, because they're A-list actors doing television. Because if you're a B-list actor doing television, you're not going to get that kind of money. You're not going to get paid like $5 million. No way. They're going to pay you, the highest they're going to pay you is maybe 3 if you're lucky. But chances are they're going to pay you 2, 1 million if you're the lead, maybe 1 million, 1.5 million they'll pay you, 900K they'll pay you. And if you're a supporting character, they can pay you $700,000, $800,000, $600,000, $400,000, $500,000 in television. That's how much they pay you. And if you're reoccurring, you can make maybe $150K doing as a recurring role. $100,000 you can make doing television as a recurring role. It's not bad money. Obviously, that's how much money you make doing television. Television money is shit compared to film. It's shitty money, obviously. Hence why all of these actors are hoping that they become A-list actors, but it's not easy, man. The business is competitive, man. That's why all of these actors' agents are going to be networking with all these A-list actors, because they know my movie is a ticket to success. Yeah, Ivan's company pays more in Hollywood. I'll make my millions, obviously, and if I'm in Ivan's movie, I'm guaranteed going to rise, or I'm going to become an A-list actor. Yeah, all of these actors who are in my movie are either going to rise, they're going to be rising stars, or they're going to become A-list actors. They're going to either become rising stars, or they're going to become A-list actors. Most likely A-list actors, because they're now world famous. The world knows who they all are. Their brand value went up, obviously, and the Hollywood companies are going to throw them offers. Okay, we'll give you a supporting role in this big budget movie. We'll pay you $2 million, $3 million, and now they're A-list actors now. Yeah, guaranteed. Yvonne Jose, John Boyega, Danielle Minette, Ariana Grande, Carl Urban, even John Rhys Davies. So John Rhys Davies is old. They're all going to become A-list actors after Zanus. Whereas Djimon Hounsou, Idris Elba, Andy Serkis, Angelina Bassett, and Don Cheadle, those guys are already A-list actors. They're only going to become bigger. They're going to become bigger name stars, and they can now bargain for more money in Hollywood now. After Zanus, they can now bargain. They're already A-list actors, but they're only going to become bigger. Some of them will become bigger ones. Some of them will remain smaller ones, but their net worth will go up. They can now bargain for more money. Some other things. There's some Some of the Zane's actors are going to become very big, whereby they're worth like $100+ million, guaranteed. And there's others who are going to be pretty successful. I don't know, 10 years go by, they're worth, this guy who was worth $1 million is now worth $25 million. He's a small ace actor. He had a pretty successful career, but he's not like a massive, like big movie star. And there's one actor who might be, who was worth 20 million, and if 10 years go by, now he or she is worth $100 million. They're mega star, mega movie stars. They sign massive deals in Hollywood, some say. I told you, even though they're going to be successful in Hollywood, they're pretty successful in Hollywood, there's still a side tension. Me and VJ are still the main show, and they're left behind. So it's still going to look like shit, obviously. Oh man, I wish I could be in that Great Escape story. I wish I could be in that Matrix 4 story. Yeah, man, they're all going to look like shit, obviously. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they'd rather work for me than work in Hollywood. My company's better than Hollywood, I'm saying. Hollywood's cheap compared to my company. Hence why I'm not going to give Peter Jackson or Mel Gibson full power for the contracts. Because I'm scared if I do, you don't trust me? No, I trust you, Peter, but like I'm scared you're going to... Peter, I don't trust you. Never mind. I don't trust you. I'm scared you're going to offer all these actors a shitty fucking contract, man. When I have more than enough money to pay them a good salary. Because Peter might pay how much supposed to be $500K. I'll pay you. I guarantee if he does, Avon Jojo will be pissed off. You're going to see Avon Jojo's what? You're gonna see how pissed off he is. He's gonna be a bit offended. I thought you said $4 million, Ivan. I thought you said $3.5 million, and Peter offers him $500 because he's cheap. Because Peter's cheap, obviously. That's good enough, Ivan. $500K is good enough, Ivan. Because Peter thinks $500K is a good paycheck, obviously, because he's blinded by his greed. He wants every cent of the dollar. He thinks $500K is a good paycheck. It's a pretty good paycheck, obviously. When in reality, it's a shitty paycheck. It's not that great of a paycheck. Like, Avon Jojo's walking away down, $270,000 after taxes. Yes, he can get a nice $50,000 Porsche, and it can last him for maybe 2-3 years. But he can't what? He can't buy a $1 million condo with that money. That's all his money gone. You know what I'm saying? And if he does buy a $1 million condo, what? That's a good chunk of his money gone. He can pay his apartment rent for a good couple of years and get some nice clothes, but like a lot of his money will be gone. Whereas if you pay him $4 million or $3.5 million, he has $1.8 million in his bank. He can easily put a down payment on a $1 million condo or rent out his apartment for years. Easy buy like a $100,000 Porsche, BMW, Benz. Go on a vacation with his girlfriend or his family. He might have kids by then. Yeah. And you also have the $5.5 million royalty. You have the $1.5 million deal for the game. You walk away with millions that can last him for like 20 years. He'll work really hard. He'll work harder or triple harder for Peter. And you'll get a better movie. If you pay him $500K, he'll still work hard, obviously, but he won't work as hard. He'll slack off more. You're not going to get as a good acting movie. He'll be pissed off. Because he knows Peter signed his massive $50 million deal, and we're paying him $500K. Ivan and Vijay are fucking cheap. They only paid me $500K. When they could have easily paid me $3.5 million. Yeah, Peter, don't be fucking cheap. That's why I want to be shook up here. Peter, please, man, don't be cheap. Don't pay up on $500K, Peter. I know you're greedy and cheap, Peter. Don't do this, man. Do not pay Avon Jojo $500K, Peter. Don't be fucking cheap. Okay? Pay him a 3. If you don't want to pay him 4, you can pay him a bit less. Pay him 3.5. That's fine. But don't pay him any less than 3.5. He's a major character. You know what I'm saying? In the movie, he's doing blood, sweat, and tears for 10 months. Pay him a 3.5, Peter. Okay, fine, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. VJ, sweetie, do not get the Peter Jackson syndrome. Do not pay John Boyega any less than 8. And don't pay him any more than 8.9. Ivan, pay him like 5. That's good enough. VJ, no. John Boyega is a major character. He's a rising star. He did Star Wars. He has value. He's a major character. If you want him to destroy the role, pay him his 8.9 or pay him 8. Pay him 8 if you want. If you don't want to pay. Ivan, that $900K can go towards paying the minor characters. Okay, fine. Pay him 8 to save. How will you save more money for the movie? Because you need to watch it for your budget. You got to create room to pay your minor characters. The actor for Lithius, the actor for Fool, the actor for Morale. You got to create room for those guys too. You got to create room for your crewmen too. $900K is enough to pay like 5 crewmen their salary. So you got to be careful, obviously. Hey, we could pay him 8. That way we save more money to pay more crewmen, obviously. Because people tell me, Ivan, you got to save money for your crewmen. Okay, fine. Pay Avon Jojo 3.5. Pay John Boyega 8. But they might be a bit pissed off because they're expecting more. I'm like, hey man, if you're not happy with 8 John Boyega, you're more than welcome to work hard and make your $1 million. It's a deal, man. Yeah, I gave you a good deal. If you're not happy with 3.5 million of Anjo J, that you're expecting 4, you're more than happy to what? To work in Hollywood and make your 400K. It's a deal, Ivan. Yeah, I gave you a good deal. Sincere. Peter, pay Carl Urban his 4.5. 4.5. If you want to save money, you can pay him. You can match his contract with Avon's. Pay him 4. Even though Carl Urban's bigger than Avon, you can pay him 4. Cornelius is not as major as Papari, but he's a major supporting character. You can pay him as 4 if you want. 4.1, 4.2 if you want. A bit less. You know, pay him 4.1. Okay, fine. Pay him 4.1. That way we save 400K to pay this more crewmen. Because me, Peter, and VJ are gonna have to watch out, or Mel Gibson, we're gonna have to watch out for the budget, man. Because we need to create. We're signing 1,500 crewmen. We got to create room for them, for all those guys. You also have the visual effects team, the cinematographers. You got to be careful. That's why, yeah. Chances are I will pay Avon Jose 3.5 instead of 4 because I gotta watch out for my budget. I might pay him. I might tell Peter. I might pay all the guys at the lower end because I gotta create room. I might pay John maybe 8 instead of 8.9 to create more room, obviously. Because I'm scared I might. I'll have enough money, but I gotta create room, obviously. Danielle Monette, pay her 3. That's good enough for her, and give her $5,500 in royalties. Ariana Grande, don't pay her any more than 5. Angelina Bassett, pay her 8.5. Obviously. So if I pay John Boyega 8, she'll be making more than John Boyega. Obviously. But she is bigger than John Boyega. She's an A-list actor. But Tony is more of a major character than Angelina Bassett, obviously. Than Queen Sarah, right? Yeah. Obviously. Peter might tell me, Ivan, just give all that money to me, man. I'm like, don't give them piece of royalties, Ivan. What you're paying them's enough. It lasted for like 10 years, 10 plus years, Ivan. I'm like, Peter, you're greedy. I'm not going to give you all the actors' money, man. You're fucking greedy, man. I'm paying you enough money, Peter. Stop being fucking greedy, Peter. You greedy bastard, man. No, not greedy bastard. You greedy pig, son. Mel, I'm not going to let you take the actors' money either. Like, what I'm paying you is enough. I'm not going to let you get the actors' money either, Mel. Because Mel's greedy too, obviously. The fact that he took he made $300 for Passion Cry, he's a greedy pig too, obviously. But he's not as greedy as Peter, man. Peter has greed on another level. The guy's a greedy animal, man. He's so greedy that, like, if Peter made $550 million, he wouldn't even give, like, 500 grand of his money away because he's that greedy. He wants every cent of the dollar. I want every cent of this. He wants every cent of the... Yeah, 100 grand now, he's going to lock me. I can do a lot of things with this $100,000. He's greedy. He wants every cent of the dollar. Whereas I'm not greedy like that. I'm greedy, but I'm not greedy on that level. I'm generous. I'm willing to give a small piece of the royalties to the actors. The bigger A-listers, the smaller A-listers, and for the exception, Zanus, I'm willing to give all my 13, 14 stars a piece of the royalties. 14 stars, right? Yeah. So the 14 actors get a piece of the royalties, whereas the actors for Morale, Lithius, Baramis, those actors don't get shit. The minor actors like Elizabeth and like Mass Bass Durius, those actors don't get shit. The Crow, Eagle actors don't get shit. Obviously, they don't get shit, obviously. Because they're minor characters. Those guys you pay $300, $250K, $200,000. Good paycheck for a minor role, obviously. The actor for Lithius, Morale, and Baramis I'll pay like $680K because they're pretty major. They're a bit minor, but they're pretty major. Pay them like $680,000. It's a good deal for them, and you give them right, yeah. But they don't get merch money because they're not featured on the merch. They're not featured on the merch, obviously. But they get like $80K for the re-release. If you're pretty major, you can give them like $80K for the re-release. If they're very minor, you give them $50,000. If they're pretty major, a bit minor, you give them like $80K for the re-release. That's a good deal for them. So you get your $680,000. The actor for Lithius, Morale, and Baramis, you get $680,000. That's a good paycheck for them. It's a lot of money. That's how much major roles make in Hollywood. And you get your $2,000 gift card and you get your perks. And that's it. You don't get a piece of the royalties. You don't get the merch money because you're not featured with me on the posters. Only my 14 stars are featured with me on the posters. They're all featured. I want all these actors in all the posters, man. All the 6 posters, obviously, and they're featured. And I'm saying, yeah, they're featured in all the 6 posters. They're featured on the ad shoots with me and my wife and Peter or Mel, and they all get interviewed for the Sky Source News on my website, obviously, and they're featured on the magazine digital ad on my website. Something top notch. The cover will be top notch, yeah, man. Some Sarah. Yes, so beware for Peter. He's a greedy animal, man. Hence why I'm Viju, because Peter might tell me, Ivan, like, can I pay them whatever I want? I'm like, no, Peter. I have a cap on how much money you can pay them because I know Peter's gonna pay them a shitty contract. He's gonna pay. He's gonna pay. He'll pay like John Maega $1 million, $1.5 million. He'll pay Carl Urban like $750K. He'll pay Avon Jose $500K. He'll pay Janelle Manette $400K, $350K because he's cheap. Yeah, Peter, if you pay them that money, man, they're not gonna work it. Ivan, what I'm willing to pay them is more than what my Lord of the Rings actors, man. My Lord of the Rings actors work hard for me, Ivan. You know, so like, Peter, if you pay them that kind of money, they're not going to work as hard for you, man. Ivan, I know you worry. They're going to work hard for me, man. My Lord of the Rings actors made nothing and they work hard for me, Ivan. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they worked hard for you, but you can only imagine how much harder they would have worked for you, Peter, had they gotten more money. Peter, you can only imagine how hard these actors are going to work for us, knowing that they're getting this kind of money, and I'm spoiling them with perks in the buffet, man. They're going to work really, really triple harder than your Lord of the Rings actors, Peter. They're going to destroy the role. Oscar, yeah, Ivan. You'll tell me, yeah, Ivan. You're looking at like Oscar-worthy performances. Yes, Oscar-level worthy performances. Like, you know, Jim Caviezel's acting like in Passion Christ. Think of acting like that. It's not even better. You know what I'm saying? Tacitus the First. Idris Elba will destroy the role of Tacitus the First because I paid him $12 million. I gave him 11 million royalties. He signed a $23 million deal. He's gonna walk away with Idris Elba's gonna walk away with what? He lives in London, so we'll make it with us. He's gonna walk away with probably a good like 10 million in his bank after taxes and his agent. You sign him to a $1.5 million deal for the game. $2 million deal for the game you pay him. He's gonna walk away with like 10 million in his bank after taxes. He'll work hard. He'll destroy the role of Tacitus, my father. Some Sarah? Yeah, he'll destroy the role of Tacitus with my father. I'm going to tell Idris Elba, hey, I want you to kind of act the way I act. Try your best to have facial expressions. Ivan, I can't do that, man. You have the God in my look, man. Try your best to try to act the way I act. That way, people know that you're my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Because Idris Elba kind of looks like me with the dreads. He looks like me a lot. Obviously, I want you to. Yeah, I have no worry about. He destroys the role of my father. Yeah. And Queen Sarah Angelina Bassett destroys the role of my mother, my mommy in the movie, obviously. She's my mother in the movie. And the lithiest actor, I'm thinking that chick who was in, The Commuter. She's only in her early 20s right now, so by the time I do Zayn, she'll be like in her late 20s. She'll be about 30, 28 years old around there. I want a woman who's like what? Who's like 20 to 28 to play my Lithius is 8 years, like 22 years old in the book. So you can have a 28-year-old play a 22. I think that woman is perfect for my sister. Because I want Lithius to be half black, half white, obviously, in the movie. She's half black, half white. Trust me, if you sign these actors to this big contract with you, they're going to work their asses off for us, or Mel, whoever I choose, because I might choose Mel over Peter. Don't hate me, Peter, you know what I'm saying? They're going to be happy, and once they sign that big contract, you take them out to a nice dinner at Boston Pizza. People are like, you don't have to take a star. I'm like, Peter, man, no. Like, give the actors a good experience. You sign your actors and your stars, you take them out to a nice dinner. And after that, you party up at your condo, man. Hollywood doesn't do that. Hollywood does take their actors out to dinner sometimes, obviously. But like me, I'm doing a thing where I'm taking all my stars who I sign. I take them out to a nice dinner. On the limo, you know what I'm saying? You give them a good experience. They experience that buzz, obviously, with the fans and pictures and all stuff. And after that, you party it up on your yacht or you party it up on your 300 condo. Give them a good experience. And they're all going to say, yeah, man, Ivan gave me a good experience when I signed my contract, man. I you know what I'm saying? He took me out to a nice dinner at Boston Pizza. I partied up at his condo. His 300 in our condo. I got drunk at his condo. I had a blast, man. Yeah. I had a bunch of parties with Ivan and VJ at their condo and their yacht. Taboree's in their fucking yacht with a beer. You know what I'm saying? I might do a few parties in the office too with the actors. Yeah. Zane's actors gonna have a blast, man. That's why they're the lucky ones. Even don't hate me, Keanu Reeves. Even though the greatest movie would be an amazing movie, they're not as lucky as the Zane's actors. Even Keanu Reeves would be like, man, I wish I could be in that fucking Zane's story. But after, I'm like, yeah, you guys are not good for Zane's at all. You're not good at all for Zane's. Oh my god, you're not good at all for Zane's. I'm saying, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the Zane's actors are lucky, man. Aratat, Numb Demons, $1,200,000,000 budget movie. That's why Mel and Peter are really gonna compete for that job, man. Those Zane's actors are lucky, man. They're fucking lucky, those Zane's actors. Looking at crazy worldwide buzz for Zane's. Aratat and them are demons, man. Real walking devils and demons. They're part of that buzz with me, yeah. All the Zane's stars. You guys know I'm talking about. You can see the feature. You know I'm talking about. Yeah, you're looking at crazy worldwide buzz for Zane's, man. Something crazy. Something fucking crazy for Zane's, yeah, man. It's crazy worldwide buzz. In a good, I don't know, 4 years, I'll be hard at work in the office for Zayn. I don't know, 2027, 2028, I'm hard at work in the office for Zaynus. 2030, 2031, I filmed the movie. You take me for granted. As once I'm king, I'm pacing out my wife. You made me pay, as I'm gonna make you pay. When I'm king of my wife, living life, billionaires, you're left behind, you're not saved. You made me, and you also made my wife pay when I was willing to send my virginity for her, and you fucking had me have sex with all these women I'm not interested in having sex with. Have sex with my own stepmother, I'm not interested in having sex with her, hence what? When I'm king, you're left behind, you're not saved, and you pay a price. And those actors for Zaynus and Peter Jackson and Miller are lucky, they're gonna experience that fate with me, man. For 5 years of their life. I'm gonna save them for 5 years, half a decade, man. Lucky, man, yeah. And after that, the journey ends, guys. You can bear all you want. I'm not resigning you. You're not good for the Matrix 4, or you're not good for the Great Escape. It's not fair to Keanu Reeves and Ben Affleck and Scarlett Johansson. It's not fair to Michael B. Jordan and Brie Larson and Ben Affleck. So, yeah. Zaynus will have to end this video here. Zaynus will blow the buzz of Star Wars out of the water. Think of buzz, blow it out of the water. It'll blow the buzz of the Marvel Avengers movies out of the water. It'll pull the buzz out of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit out of the water and Harry Potter. Looking at crazy worldwide buzz. It'll become the biggest IP in the entertainment industry, bigger than Star Wars. Star Wars is big, bigger than Marvel, bigger than Harry Potter, bigger than Lord of the Rings. Become a massive IP, yeah, man. Big IP, man. Yeah, that's why Zaynus will have crazy world. You're gonna see John Cannon, Robert, and Mary Burnett going crazy. Oh my god, did you see that fucking trailer? Oh my god, he's fucking scary. That's so fucking cool. Oh my, holy shit. And I'm saying, yeah, they're going crazy, yeah. That's why those actors are lucky. They're gonna spend that fame with me, yeah, man. Anyways, this video, I'm tired, man. I talked for 1 hour. And I made it back-to-back video. I hope you guys enjoy this video. It's Ivan the Mayor. I'm signing out. Peace. I'm gonna take a shower, go get my smokes. Enjoy the show with you guys when I come back.